Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And incomplete to open things up.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Come on. Hey.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Ryan 2nd now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That one caught by Felton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Hey, check that, 3.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the interception, here's Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And again, it's Chubb. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work.
Now, looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
18 running.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here we go.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Moving 19. 60 Maverick. On the ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming in to put a lick on it was Lavonte David.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone for Jones.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll throw now on the final play. And brought in by Braid.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Touchdown! Mike Evans, 76 yards.
And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Joe Tryon showing in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a 33-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Left wing 19. Corner 17.
Back to throw. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 level. 18 level.
They'll look to throw. There's Evans again, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Just got a heck of a show, Carter. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because they're...
Yeah, all right, my flow sinister. This ain't